Hey, it's Dougie, fresh in the flesh. Here to give you my best to the last breath. Yes, sizzling and delivering with zeal and zest to help you on your quest of becoming your best. And to keep you in check, I'm here to knock you out your comfort nest. Once again, my friend, because I'm here with my friend right here. You see him chilling like a villain, feeling like a million, billion, 11 trillion. His name is Adam. Let's go join him in the pool. And we're going to talk about life success. This guy's lived it. This guy is retired. He's walked the path. He is somebody who is on the journey that we all want to be on. And he, lastly, is a crystal ball to me. You know, I see myself like him in a few years. And he has some great stuff to share with us. First, Adam, introduce yourself.
What's going on? It's Adam Farfan. I grew up in Utah, out of all places. Been in LA for the last 8 years, and I'll tell you this: we couldn't live at a better time right now than we are. I mean, you've got so much stuff to be able to go ahead and do any business, have any lifestyle, marry whoever you want to. There's so much technology out there. You know, sometimes I look at people and I wonder, why are they not living their dreams? You know, that sounds so cheesy, it's so played out. But listen, I feel like sometimes I just want it more for them than they want it for themselves. It's always been that way, and that will never go ahead and change. So
that's right. That's cool, man. Thanks for sharing that. So you grew up in Utah. You've done so much. You tell us some about some of your achievements, because you were sharing it with me, and I was very inspired by it.
Well, I started actually in the financial industry, actually in the insurance business when I was 16. I had an internship with a company. When I was actually 18, I got into finance. I got a right mentor. I found a guy that had made a lot of money, made millions of dollars, and I asked him, teach me what you know. I will do it. If you tell me to jump, I will never ask you why. I'll ask you how high. And he said to me, if you're willing to do what it takes to do it, do it. But he said, I doubt it. And man, that just bugged me too. That just pissed me off. And I went out in every single thing. I was actually very coachable, and that's one thing. And we started, and we built. We started creating a company. At the end, after I was actually 21, he kind of sold the company, and I kind of was left with nothing. So what I did is I actually went out and built my own. And although I thought that was the worst thing that could happen, it was actually the best thing that could have happened to me, because of the fact that I actually went out and did it bigger, better, and badder than it ever was. And went out and just built it. And after that, I sold my company when I was actually 24, almost 25. And now I'm 30 years old. I've been retired for the last few years, and I'm ready to go back in and actually make the world a better place by sharing the knowledge that I've done. I think, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be taught, as far as not only money, but at the same time lifestyle and the kind of things that you want in your regular life all the time. So therefore, that's why we're doing this, right?
That's what we're doing this for. And the plane that goes by in the sky, the Wright brothers says, if they're not laughing at your dreams, they're not big enough. So before I asked the question, you talked about people want to live their dreams and they're not living them.
Yep.
And you just shared a lot of great stuff about how you lived your dreams. Let's say you're 18, 22, kind of like most of my audiences. Maybe you're in school, graduated school a little bit, and you're trying to figure things out, and financially, money is a big sticking point. What are some things you can do? Me, I'm like, I gotta study money, so I read books like The Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich. And I think what I'm doing now is I finally got it. I'm spending time around other people who are financially independent, rich, they're abundant, they are generous. Is that one of the main things you have to do, and what are some other things?
I think that definitely reading books, it's a great thing. Obviously, finding yourself some mentors is something else, people that you want to be better. In fact, I always tell people, if you hang around 4 broke people, you're bound to be the 5th, right? So, but the bigger thing about it is actually creating, if not finding, a vehicle that's going to go ahead and take you from point A to point B. Because if you don't find the right vehicle in your personal life to be able to achieve those dreams, no matter how much knowledge you have, it will never ever happen.
Right.
So what I would tell you this is, don't just, I see a lot of people that, for example, they're good with wood, so they become a carpenter, right? That's not a good thing. Why? Because of the fact that, you got to find things that really drive you, right? And you got to ask yourself why. Why? Because building a business, you'll actually go through a lot of frustrations before it's all said and done. I'm sure you have no idea what that's like, right? But you actually go through a lot of frustrations before it's all said and done building a business. But if your why is big enough, the how will actually reveal itself.
Yes.
In fact, I tell people all the time, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough.
Right.
If your dreams don't actually go ahead and give you that chicken skin that a lot of people talk about, they're not big enough.
Okay.
And you have to have a goal of greatness. What's a goal of greatness? Especially if you're wanting to build a business, it's a goal of greatness. And write this down. A goal of greatness is actually a goal big enough to incorporate the dreams of your people. What does that mean? If I'm building a business, I gotta have a dream big enough, and I gotta have a goal big enough that's gonna go ahead and help my people, the people that are gonna follow me, achieve their dreams too. Right? If I'm out to just make a couple $100,000 a year, or even $100,000 a year, what does that mean? That the guy that follows me is gonna make half as much as I do? Right? I gotta have a big vision. You're right, and I gotta have a big vision for people to go out and follow me. Do you have a big vision? And if you don't, you need to stretch your vision.
Totally.
Right? Show them all that stuff. Show them all. You gotta show them all those, all that equipment. Right? What is that equipment for? It's actually to be able to go ahead and actually exercise your muscles. Right. That's to be able to go out and do that. But you know what? Most people don't see this, but your brain, your mindset, it's a muscle also that you need to work out. All the time. It's a muscle that has to stretch out, that has got to get big, right?
Yeah.
So what I would tell you, how do you work out your muscles? By, the associations that you have, right? The people that you're hanging around with, the books you read. And bigger than anything is, ask yourself one thing. Ask yourself this every single day. Am I doing what I need to do to be able to get to where I want to get to? Because you know what, we were actually at the farmer's market. And one of the things that I was actually thinking about also is the fact that we're no different than this fruit, right? We're green and growing. If not, we're rotten and forgotten.
Whoa.
So therefore, what you gotta do is
Where my journal at? Where my journal? I gotta write that down.
You gotta be growing all the time.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
It's a cycle. If you're not green and growing, baby, you're rotten and forgotten. So you're gonna be people are gonna forget who you are. So you gotta keep keep going at it. I don't care if you're old watching this. Hey man. It's not about how old your body is, but how old how young your soul is, right?
Yeah.
So I would tell you this: just go out and go build a big business. Be excited about it. You've got right now. I don't care what part of the world you are, almost. You've got so much stuff, so many resources right now to be able to go out and build something. If you're watching this from a phone, you probably have a camera.
Right.
Right. You have just that right there to be able to go ahead and connect to the world. Somehow you're watching this, you're able to connect to the world. So I would tell you this. Get yourself some mentors, get yourself some better friends, you know what I mean? If you don't have like big mentors, find people you can share dreams with that are going to go out and help you. Now, you know what? I've always believed in something, right? Exactly. I would tell you this, there's nothing stronger than at least two people working together towards a common goal. One person might be stoppable, but two people, man, two people can take over the world. It starts with you though, right? It starts with you, your mindset, your mentality, your activity every single day. All those things are huge when it comes to building the kind of life you want.
Totally. I agree. I feel that 100%. Be green and growing, work out your brain, and that goes for every part of your brain. Like I'm learning about the willpower right now. Prefrontal cortex, it strengthens as you go along. And just another thing is this newness I'm having, it's slowing time down. I moved out I'm in LA now, and I'm around all these successful people. I'm doing new things. I did the chirotherapy today, and I went to the farmer's market, and it was just new, and it expanded me, and I feel myself growing, and there's a lot of excitement of that journey, and you've had that, and people are gonna have that, and I really want you guys to experience. That's why I'm interviewing Adam right now, because he knows about it and he shared some powerful stuff. So value what he said, apply what he says. How action is so important to hear this stuff and take action on it. I'm glad I could be this channel for you to be around somebody like this smart guy here and learn from it. Big takeaway, find that vehicle he mentioned. Find that vehicle and start driving in it. Be driven, take that drivenness, right? Be driven and use that for your vision. If you know the why, the how will show up.
Yep,
that's right.
Man.
Stay fresh.
Talk to you guys later. Be safe and go make it happen. Go do something today. You'll be glad you did. You go do something today. You'll be glad you did. tomorrow. I'll talk to
Totally.
you guys later.
Peace. Write that question he mentioned down in your journal because that's what I'm doing right now. Peace from LA.